All right, guys, welcome back. Turn 39. Okay, it looks like our opponent popped up the cave and then took our prospect route. He's sitting right here on the cave entrance. This is actually very smart by him, I'm just realizing now, because he's blocking the cave, so, the way a cave battle works is you can only send one stack up at a time. It's a one stack versus one stack battle. So it's like brute forcing. We were talking about that. By the way, if you missed last turn, you can go check it out. It was a very long turn. In the end, I ended up blundering here by trying to embark. I was trying to block him in, like lock him in this side. But anyways, I embarked, and then I realized too late that it was a mistake, and we ended up having to cover for our leader by embarking here as well. It was going to be a weakness. So anyways, this is kind of bad. Let me clear through the event list, because I think this is a lot, and I think it kind of lags the game out. Let's clear through the event list, and then we'll decide on how we're going to approach this. Okay, so Draconians are very unhappy under our empire. That's because we've migrated Zinked Shi here, okay? We took this city of his last turn. Village of Aqrabuamelu has produced a crossbow. Okay, good. Can we kind of decide on this? I mean, I guess we'll just secure it here. We're kind of going to lock this, lock everything down here. City of Ernez. Now this is, okay, he didn't attempt anything here either. This is his throne city, and we captured this. The game offered us a hero, which was very kind of lucky, offered us Dargal here. So we hired him, took the Forge Aprons, and then sat here. These units were here last turn. He's moved here. Village of Rissel has completed the Warlord's command. I don't know what we're gonna really do here, honestly. I don't know if anything. City of Torloden has produced the Monster Hunter. Just kind of get clear everything, because everything has changed here. The strategy, Dolzmir, Warlord's command finally came through. Okay. Okay, yeah. Dumpkin, Berserker. Gimandor, Berserker. Ermsdale got a Berserker. And then Orsel also got a Berserker. A lot of Berserkers. And then Town of Hrim produced the Axeman. We kind of produced back in here because we thought he might try marching this way. We'll clear this. I'm going to clear this too. It doesn't really pertain at the moment. We'll manage the item. Oh, here we go. Okay. Our Fire Wyvern egg has hatched. We have a Fire Wyvern. It's not really going to help us here. Domain invasion here. So we actually passed into the domain here, apparently. Right, because the domain was here, but then it shrunk. Once the migration completed, domain invasion here, of course. Of course. Now we have... Okay, we got to think this through. We have this stack. We have these guys. We have some weak units here. These guys can't disembark, but we have these flyers, which cannot reach. Can you reach? No, none of them can reach. And obviously they can't. Now we can take these guys out this turn. The moment he moves off the cave, he's going to be on the run here. He can do whatever, but then we're free to come up and pursue. And then we have all of this army back here. He's highly mobile. Everybody can fly or swim. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to lock him down. But he has no cities at the moment. He has no throne city either, so all we have to... If we kill his leader, it's game over. He's absorbed this. Okay. Isn't that interesting? He absorbed this city. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, it was always absorbed, right? No, so I'm wrong. He had 3 human archers here. This is his last city, and then he also has... This is a vassal of his. So he has some resources, like, coming in, supporting him. Like, damn, dude, can we just brute force? I mean, like, maybe not. We spent some time thinking about it last turn. It is a bit unfortunate, but at the same, you know, what's happened here. But at the same time, he could have gone here and kind of like, well, we could have, you know, we would have had two-prong attack, but not if he went here. He could have gone on the water, you know. You know, we should consider the brute forcing, because if we can end the game right now. Now you once again, adjacent hex rule here does not apply. Anything that attacks through the cave is a one-way battle. So we can only ever hit with 1 stack. So it's going to be like, boom, attack, then we all die, sacrifice, another stack, sacrifice. Then we could send, like, these guys in. That's a like, look at this. Sending them with them and all this. That's 2 stacks right there. Look at that. It's more than that. It's more than 2. So we're going to hit him with 2 to 3 simultaneously here. And then we have 3 stacks down here to sacrifice with a hero stack. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? One thing that's kind of ruining it, or like making it more difficult, is this. You know, this has Thunderstorm. It can only be used once per battle, and it lasts 3 turns. But it makes it kind of rough. Like, the more battles we fight, like, we're separating it into multiple battles. So it's going to be active in every battle. Turns out we should have produced something here. It would have maybe helped a bit. What about here? Like, look at this. Look at this, guys. This recharges your movement, too. We can hit here, here, and bring these guys in, too. Look at that. The mobility. These guys know. Anybody else? Like this guy. This guy can do it. They definitely can. Andre, you're a dreadnought. You don't really have that, such a capability. No. Unfortunately not. What about this guy? No. So that's 3 more monster hunters here that can join us. Like, that's a lot of monster hunters, no? Now, he has a bit of healing, of course, like, you know, he has this, he also has a regular, oh, wait a minute. Wait, what's going on? I thought he had more healing than that. Wait, what? I could have sworn he had more healing than this, but maybe I'm wrong, guys. Now we can also take this while we're here, I think. 3, 4, 5. So that's 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. That's 35. It's actually too much for him, but not for them. So they can take the clover. You know, this is pretty strong, dude. This guy. Look at that. Now another thing is we could cancel this stuff, and we could do Dread Siege. For a second I thought we could cast this on our own city. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's not gonna work. No. Not that we have the. I don't think we have the points. But we can do another militia here. Right. That's 2 stacks. Oh. 2 stacks. It's basically 3 stacks. It's going to be 3 stacks. Yeah. So we attack him with 3 stacks here. Now, in terms of order, like what? We should hit him with these 3 surface stacks first? I don't know. Oh, this is all new to me, guys. Like, this is complete unexplored kind of like territory. Yeah. The brute forcing and like this kind of thing and the sacrificing. And then, like, we talked about it kind of at length last turn, which is, you know, is it better to send the heroes in as the final stack? It would be if the game was going to continue, right? Because you want to keep them around. They have resurgence. But this is the final battle. Supposed to be. So it doesn't matter. So should I just spread the heroes out into multiple stacks so that they're buffing every stack that gets sacrificed? So the hero's going to get sacrificed. It's really hard to think it through. Now this thing can heal in every battle. It can use this. That's a bit concerning, right? So it makes it's like healing every battle. We're gonna fight 1 and then 2 and then 3. So it's over 4 battles. Think about it. 4 separate battles of this. But dude, like, okay, think about it. Think about it. 3 stacks. Surely these are gonna die, like, in the first fight. From the monster hunters, like, we're gonna be hitting. I actually believe, in my experience, it seems that because monster hunters, they have Monster Slayer and Dragon Slayer, and the wyverns have both tags, so they hit doubly hard. I think it's like stacking, so he's gonna lose them. Like, you would think this thing is gonna get blown up too. Like, he's just gonna get weaker and weaker. It's just that it's completely new to me, guys. I have I have zero experience. I've never brute forced like this before. So if it fails, damn, dude, what's the correct order, you know? If you send, okay, if we sacrifice first, you send one stack at a time. They're very strong. Like they're stronger than us in every instance. But if we take the triple, if we fight them on surface first, we might kill some of them. Like I said, the wyverns. So in that sense, we outnumber him, but at the same time, okay, like say I sacrifice right now, and we weaken them that way. Does it give the triple stack on surface a better chance to just wipe them? Like that hurts my brain, dude. What the heck? Sacrifice first. Weakening, and then the 3 stacks come in, and he's so outnumbered at that point that it's just too much damage. It's like too many. It's just outnumbered. He's just outnumbered. Like if I, and then yeah, there's this whole idea of like, do you send the heroes at the end, or do you send each hero with a sacrificial stack? And then maybe you combine like prospectors with the berserkers. So it would be like 2 prospectors, 3 berserkers, and a hero. So imagine that, like you send 1 hero with 3 prospectors and 3 berserkers, 2 prospect. We start the fight. We're walking out at him. He's shooting us. We're throwing rocks. We're throwing some rocks at him. And then the hero's like desperately, you know, come on, guys, like shouting and shooting. And the berserkers walk up. They get hit with the frost wyverns flying out. And then this guy, they're getting hit with lightning. This guy hurt, they freaking hurt a lot. They hit very hard. And then they're getting stunned. They're getting stunned by this guy. You got the static shield. It is dangerous, guys. It is dangerous. Now, okay, here's another idea. What do you guys think of this? We can all group at the city. These guys can group. Well, wait a minute. Here's the issue, guys. He has mobility. He has high mobility. This is our best shot, no? Because you know what's going to happen. Like, say I'm saying bring everyone to the city. We all set to the city. Which even that's kind of questionable. But we have a lot of range power on a wall, but he can, like... He can fly over the wall. They can all fly over the wall. This guy can't, though. Damn, so it's not even that great. But say we did that. And then what we would do here is you don't stand here. That's a big mistake. We stand right here. We kind of like prepare in a triangle, right? Right. And then, so he can either come back down here, but he can also, the risk is he can fly like this. And we cannot hold this against him. We can take these guys, but then we're going to have to retreat here, and he's going to reclaim. And then we'll have to, like... And then these guys together cannot hold him either, I think. It's going to be rough. He can fly here. He has free reign now to just fly wherever. He can even fly in here. He can really drag out the game and try to, like... And it's going to be hard to lock him down, you know? So what? This is our best shot here to do the brute forcing. But I feel like it's a bad idea. The final stack. What's the final stack look like? 1, 2, 3. Like, am I really considering a sacrificial? Letting a hero lead? Like, that's the big question. Is it better to empower? Oh, wait a minute. Damn, dude. Saba. Right, we also have we have some luckiness on our, from this, and so it's like, that would be all the heroes, mostly. So what does that mean? Like, is it better to combine the heroes while they're lucky? Or is it better to distribute that? Holy shit. It's kind of a science. Like, I don't know the answer. I don't know if anybody knows the answer, you know. A lot of this game is kind of unexplored, I think. Despite, yeah, I won't get into it, but like, I do have respect for the old. There's a PBEM community, you know, guys, and but I think a lot of the game is just unexplored. Like, this kind of stuff is kind of wild. Yeah, this is a little rough. We could do this fight. I mean, I don't see. Well, there's always the question of if we. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna happen, though. We're not gonna group out here. We're just toast. We should take them now. But it should be a last option, because we don't want to be wasting casting, I think. Like our leader could be casting, you know, in all of these fights. Holy cow. Well, that's one consideration, right? Like, the leader can cast when he's not present, so let him go in the final battle, the last battle. So we know that. you know, we're spreading, like, we have 2 Warlord heroes, so spreading defense, we get armor buff, we get melee range buff. Spreading that out. Triple attack first. Triple attack first. To severely weaken. Because the sacrifice it's too even. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's very simple, guys. It's like you go in 1 stack at a time and he has the advantage. But then, like I said, you know, what if you do enough damage and then then the triple stack cleans up. Cleans up. Let's think a little bit more before what are we at? 26 minutes is not too bad. It was worse last turn. Thinking about alternative ideas. So we talked about grouping at the city. So that's 3 stacks at the city. But no heroes. We have no heroes. It's quite weak. But there's no guarantee he would attempt that, given that his throne city, he doesn't have a place to respawn. He might not attempt it. This would be taken by us, so he could certainly fly like this. And then he's off. And then we're gonna have to try to hunt him down. He can go out here and take all of this. And it's going to be hard to, like, how are we going to contain, you know, like, look at this. We would need to preemptively vassalize, okay, if that happened. Set in motion vassalship. And then we already talked about this. He can threaten here, and it's like, we're going to have to retreat. And he will take here. And then we can't deal with him. We would probably vassalize here or something. And even initiate it here. So vassling, and then... But he can just fly here. This is, you know... It's going to be hard to lock him down. Now, if he goes here... Say he bypasses all of this, we come up the cave. We can embark again. Now we're going this way. But he could really be... It's kind of a dirty way to play. He could really drag it out, right? Like, he could just even fly out this way. And it's going to be really hard to lock him down and finish the game. But it would be kind of like how much of a foothold can he gain in any one region, right? Like, he could go here. He could go here. But then we'll come soon after, and then he has to leave, right? So he'll be constantly rampaging around, but... And he could maybe do that for a long time. It's a dirty thing that you could do, you know? So, I don't know. I just don't know if this is going to work, guys. How strong are you? Pretty high HP. I mean, like, damn. It is a lot. But the static shield, you know, the lightning storm and all this. These are not so strong with the 4, 5, 6, 7 monster hunters. Damn, dude! In every fight, so his heroes will never die. They'll always resurge. You have to consider that. They will always resurge. My fear is that when you get down to it, if these three are going to be, I just don't know how much HP we can really take off of them. And then this thing's healing each time. It could be seriously rough, dude. I think we can take them out. The fourth and final battle will be if we split the heroes. Like maybe having our leader as the last, because the warlord is giving more defensive capability. Like the two warlords are giving more bonuses. So we would hit with 3 stacks first. Then you would send you would probably send our leader maybe, or Swanee. I don't know. Swanee's weaker. She's a goblin, right? And then so the 2 warlords stack 1, number 2 warlord stack, and then in the final battle you would send the 2 druids. So, oh right, we have healing. We're the ones with healing. Right. Damn, dude, I don't know. Now our leader also has a lightning protection with this thing. Yeah, shock resist. Dude, this is rough. This is rough. Because if we fail, then we cannot pursue him so much, and it's like, then he really may have a chance to come back. As long as we don't fail. Like he goes here, we embark, and chase, we try to eventually corner him, right? Eventually. Now, thinking about, this is another thing to think about, like the embarking. Obviously, I don't have enough experience with embarking. That's why we blundered last turn. So embarking. Embarking, it's a slow thing. Like, you would never... what would end up happening is, like, even if you somehow get him back in here, it's like he's on the land, and you would need to, like... You can't just embark willy-nilly, because then he can... You've landed, and then he can fly out, and then to re-embark cost all your move points. So you're too slow to catch up. You need to stay on the water and really surround. So we would have to seriously corner him. I'm not sure how he'll react. Like, say we hold the city. He may not risk it. He may not risk it. And then he goes here. And then we pull back. But then he pursues us and we can't. So he's chasing. Maybe we could lead him even up here. And then we're all embarking, cornering. And then he's here, and then we have got him cornered, kind of. We have him contained, and then it's just a matter of, like, reinforcing. That's a big butt. That's a big butt. We don't know. What are we at now? 35 minutes. Oof. Maybe I am overthinking it. I mean, when you think about the sheer amount of HP advantage that we have, right? To have to burn through all of that. Let's kind of think about the HP a little bit more. Like 100. That's 400 HP amongst the monster hunters, then 500, 600, 700 to like 700, 800, 900 in that range. 700 to 900 HP. Dude, it's just, isn't it just too much? Oh man. His armor isn't even that high. Like, look at that. And this guy, too. This is very... yeah, we know. We know. And this. Low morale, I mean, it's like... Let's hit the berries here, guys. Okay, so you cannot be. How's this gonna work? Bring him down. 1, 2, and then so that's 6, 10, 14. Too much. Too much. Do we have a builder or any? I don't think so. No. Only they can hit it. These guys should disembark. Like, this is a road. Right. Going to disembark, guys. They have to hit here. Okay, so now you have to hit it from which angle? Come on down. Maybe I messed up here. You have to hit it from here. Okay, so 8 and then 11. It's barely enough. Yeah. 8 and then 11. You guys can hit. Now, oh, okay, so Andre is a frostling. Oh. No, you're, wait, what? Why do you have such a hard time? This guy's a bit ahead? Maybe. What the heck? Damn, okay. And you can't, but you should go going like this way, I guess. Okay, that's done, but damn, okay, so you guys hit, then you go here, then we go here. Anybody else down here can, like, come on up. Not that it's a good... Oh, right, these guys, look at this. I don't think it's gonna be enough. No. No, so now we hit. Now these three, can hit here. Right. Okay. And then we're in zone here to do it. We don't even know if we want to bring them up. Can these even read? Oh yeah, okay. Alright. Got a little worried there for a sec. Yeah, we haven't even thought about positioning with this, like... You might want the monster hunters on flank, to be honest. Spreading the heroes. That's something I'm still just hitting my head with that, guys. Heroes spread or together? You know, they're going to be, they get more healing with each fight, so it's almost like you want the heroes to come in last and like really finish them off. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. Holy shit. This is rough. The other thing is he has priority here to, you know, the city battle. He has more of a better chance. Well, no, he might not attempt it, guys. Let's try it, guys. I'm kind of tired of hitting my head here with this, so what I'm going to do is forget this, I think. We're going to do it, so... That's it, only one. Oh, great. Makes you wonder if we would have been better off with just conserving the spell casting. Like, for our leader to cast spells, but, it's too late. The positioning, right. These guys should be in the back, as far away as possible, so in the weakest people in the back. Monster hunters on flank, shooting, like very early shooting, I guess. Because if you put these on flank, they're just going to get wiped out. So I guess this is the back line. These guys all go here. Okay. Then maybe this put the scout in the back too. Because the scout is weak, but I don't like the idea of putting like two. You put two firstborns. Like I want us to distribute the firstborns maybe, because you put two on one side and then it's like, what if they go to this side? Then you have two here doing nothing. They're not really engaging so much. Or you put them all in the back. But these guys are, like I said, they're going to get wiped out instantly if you put them up here. Who has medals? Distributing medals. Two veterans and silver. Damn, I just don't know. guess we put the scout here. Bringing these guys down now. Trying to distribute, you know, equally. This guy's weaker. I don't know. One, two, three. It's an odd number, so it's a bit uneven. Like, I kind of want to throw this guy here. So now it's 3 and 3, but you got a silver here. I don't know. I mean, you could throw this guy up on the flank, and then he gets his ice ball in real early. I don't know. You know, what if it goes off, right? Fire weakness. Oof. I mean, obviously, like I'll put this guy up here, I guess, and I'll put this guy up here. But then I'm still wondering if I should put this guy in the back line. You know, what in the world? That way he can come to either side. You know, he kind of like can rescue either side, depending on where they go. I don't know. So maybe we just chuck this guy up there. But like I said, he might just die, and he would have done more by keeping him further away. Maybe he gets more shots off. Two veterans with the silver. I guess this guy goes on this side. I mean, look, they're all kind of, they have a innate frost weakness, although I think they have some gear that's canceling that for them. But maybe in that sense, it is kind of a... Wait a minute, I just realized we don't have a full... We don't have the full stacks that I was thinking, guys. Look at that. Huh. I think it is good to distribute. Throwing this guy up here, throwing you back. Okay. And then this is the back line. We attack with this stack. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? Is there any way to get more points? Like a casting catalyst or anything? I don't think so. Maybe down here, something we missed. Like over here. No. We took one here. It's looking like no. Unless back in here, you know. Nope. Okay, guys, here we go. We don't even know what it's going to say. Here we go. It's saying probable victory already. But it's not. I don't know. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Oh, we just flat out won it. So the tremendous HP here was enough. Let's go ahead and watch the battle. Man, that was it's a little bit nerve-wracking. So he took out our backline, kind of. We did surprisingly well here, guys. Now, we do outnumber, right? So maybe I was just overestimating their special abilities. Instant Wrath, so that's a Theocrat spell, and then here goes the Thunderstorm. And then here we are on all three sides. Hardgroud. Okay, so our leader tried to disjunct the Thunderstorm. There's some big damage coming onto the critical strike. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. So my game knowledge is a bit lacking. We have Dragon Slayer and Giant Slayer, the Firstborn. Okay, it is kind of thematic, I guess, but I didn't know that. Never really paid attention, so that's helping. Elemental, so that was onto the... We have a bunch of, like, these Slayer... Oh my goodness. Thunderstorm onto this Hunter, I guess. Maybe this guy, too. Elemental goes for the Ice Scaper. It does kind of make sense. Took out our Civic Guard here, the Wyvern. There goes the Frostling Ice Scaper. Don't know if he even got a shot off. Here we go. Oh, the disjunction went through. Okay, so that was... It only lasted for, what, 1 to 2 turns there. Big damage from the Monster Slayer. Monster Hunter, Silver Metal. There we go. Our Firstborns are engaging his leader. Hunter's taking down the Wyverns. Both Wyverns have fallen. Critical strike. We have some decent morale here on the Fertile Plains. There goes his leader. Here's the Lord of the Deep out this way. Projectile Reflection. Look at that. And the Instant Wrath. So what are they stacking? Just lost somebody here. The Scout. There we go. Firstborn goes into melee, taking heavy damage. Look at that. Oh! Elemental slaps our Prospector. Firstborn is kind of chunking it, but it's like, we're just no match. There goes his Theocrat Chakras. There goes the Fire Elemental. It does have Explosive Death. Now it's just this left. Instant Wrath Projectile. Are they stacking? It kind of looks like it. But maybe I'm wrong. Kind of looks like they are stacking, though. Inspired. Okay, right. That's the... Okay. There goes one of our Firstborns. Now, I just am a little curious. Inspired must be from the gold medal Firstborn, right? Projectile Reflection. It's a lot of monster hunters that we have. Oh, so we took an attack of opportunity there and got stunned. Slayed our Civic Guard, it looks like. But he is falling. His HP is dwindling here. Hasn't used this yet. Will it use it? I don't know. Are we going to be able to finish? We have a lot of range coming in. Look at that. He's already gone here. Okay, there we go, and we finished him off here. Wow, I am kind of impressed with that. Was severely overestimating the power of the Lord of the Deep, and thinking we would have to sacrifice. No, we never had to brute force or sacrifice or anything. The triple stacks were enough. What are we at? We're at 56 minutes. You know, guys, let me will it let me save the game? Maybe we should just try to summarize the game really quick, okay? I'm gonna try to, but I would like to do a separate turn, maybe. This was a very long turn. Well, I guess we'll summarize the game very quickly, okay? So, returning to the map. So this game, this is the first full game that I've tried of this concept that I called Devil's Triangle. It's 3 players on a small islands map with both surface and underground. I set starting distance to far, and I also set the roaming independence, so the spawners, to high, to many. Those are the only differences. We started here at our throne city of Gimandor. It's been a long time. It is 39 turns. It's kind of a long game. We were clearing here back and forth, kind of ping-ponging around. There was a brigand hideout here that we took, but I remember we went this way. Going down the road here, maybe it was always here. I don't know if we built that or not. Went all the way here, clearing. We used the farms to get more, animal rewards, bolstering our troops, clearing through here, and then we backtracked. Coming this way. the bandits kind of spawned, so we had to time it out, right? The bandits were roaming, and then cleared the brigand hideout, but this was a big point of interest, clearing this. I remember we had taken frost protection on Freya the Star, our frostling druid. We took frost protection against a necromantic circle up here. Used her. We could only hit with a single stack. Took the trading post, and this is how we got Dumpkin. We founded this ourselves. Became our first Monster Hunter production center. Just to speak briefly on that, I wanted to go for a Monster Hunter mid-game strategy, and I kind of learned from this game that I was delaying too much. By not, we prioritized a lot of economic research and, and not getting the necessary production in that I was content with one Monster Hunter every 2 turns. It's just too slow, guys. We never really saw a true mid-game strategy. I wanted to have a lot of Monster Hunters roaming the map. Did not happen. So in the games that I've played, there's some ongoing, and after this, I tried doing the opposite, and I kind of liked it. I kind of liked dropping the economy, doing it backwards. Go for the economic upgrades later and prioritize Monster Hunter production, going up the necessary research and all that. Anyways, from here, we went this way. Maybe we hired a 3rd hero at this point. We cleared through here. We eventually brought a builder out, put the fort down. We did a quest here for our neighbor of Dolsmere. And then I remember we kind of cleared in a circle here. We hit here. There was a brigand hideout back in here, clearing the ruin. Maybe we cleared the inn. We came back this way. And, clearing here. And then we did the Forbidden Sanctum. We cleared this. I think we lost a Forge Priest, maybe it was actually here. But we cleared both of these, and then after that, it went very well. And then after that, we came here and we did a split. Because at this point, we had scouts on the map. We had scouts very early on the map, okay, and, one scout was even popped up the cave way out this way. Let me get some water. But yeah, at this point, we had vision here. Our opponent, this is Aqrabuamelu, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Frostling Sorcerer had vassalized here at Childrip. We saw this. That's why we did the split. So we sent Freya the Star. She's a Frostling druid with a small army. She ended up embarking, landing here, and then attacking the vassal, taking the vassal by force. Meanwhile, our leader, Hardgroud, and Swanee, so the other Goblin Warlord, went this way. We cleared here, eventually put a fort here, made our way all the way down here. Had to skip some of this. We were taking a lot of damage. This was originally a Goblin outpost which we migrated, that we went through here, clearing. Eldritch Pit, we're like clearing stuff, took an item rack. I think eventually here we built a bridge, okay, and we crossed here, took this by force. It may have been an orc. May have been an orc outpost, took it by force, migrated. We are pure evil after all. Went up here. Same story here. Took by force, migrated, clearing. During all this time, Freya, the sorcerer, ended up pushing us off out of here, but we, came embarking here. We took the Spring of Life, embarked here, cleared this, and then we went this way. This was also a vassal of the sorcerer, but he ended up canceling the vassalship, and I'm not sure why at some point. But anyways, we went here, took this by force, developing. And I think we were here at this point when we spotted for the first time. Not for the first time, we had spotted him some time ago out here. This was a vassal of the Draconian Warlord K10 Sarge. But he had pulled here at some point we were clearing here, taking a treasure chest with Freya's army. Spotted him here. He had an army, his heroes, I remember he had Sheila the Spoiled, so with the golden wyvern mount and all of that. But by this time, our leader and Swanee had pulled here. We were clearing through here. We had popped up the cave, and seeing how he had pulled here, and he was kind of outnumbered at this point, we embarked. We embarked kind of out of sight. We knew this. And anyways, by the way, Freya made a run for it, right? Because we thought he was going to disembark and then attack. For whatever reason, he didn't scout properly, maybe, and went here. And at this, coming through here, he would have spotted us here, lying in wait. And anyways, he took the sunken city here, which is, not a bad idea. He took the reward from here. I think he knew he was a goner. So he made a decision, taking the reward. He even transferred the wyvern mount to himself, which is smart. Your leader keeps items on death. Anyways, after that, we surrounded, took the fight, and won it. And at that point, the Draconian Warlord was in the void. At this point, during all this time, the Frostling Sorceress had been holding here with a small army. He had moved the hero off. They had split up. His hero had gone here. They were, this had been taken by undead. He was liberating. We decided to launch kind of a surprise attack. So we all pulled here. Freya, everybody, we all embarked and made a surprise sneaky attack here. We all made our way to this bay and waited out of sight. I'm not sure if he spotted us or not. He might have. I think he had a Phantasm Warrior here with the vision, so maybe. At that point, he had embarked here, because we had some troops out this way that had been coming up out of the cave and scouting. We had pulled off to the side here. Anyways, once this player embarked, we realized with the high mobility of the monster hunters and everything, and we had some wyverns from the pure evil, the prime evil Empire quest and fairy. We were able to close the gap here. So we all of those units collapsed on his leader, and won the fight here. So his leader, now the sorceress, was in the void. We all sailed down, looking to end the game. This was his throne city of Darafal. At this point, he had embarked here with an army, but he's just no match for our heroes and armies were here, and so we were able to embark and then make the attack with like a swimming unit, a monster hunter. And then at this point, this player surrendered. So at that point, by the way, during all of this time, we had hired a new hero here. Much earlier, by the way. I've gotten ahead of myself. Saba, the Tigran druid, took an army here, developing this city, clearing here, taking a haunted boneyard. We developed and founded this city of Ermsdale. She came out here. Saba marched her forces here, right? Went through here, and then Saba, during all of this time, eventually launched an attack here on the vassal of the Draconian Warlord. So before he had even respawned... no, that's not true. His leader and that Lord of the Deep that you just witnessed that we were very worried about was here. Killed our scout and had been roaming around the area. But he took the berries and then went to liberate this city. It may have needed to be liberated. Okay. That's when Saba made her move, popping up from the underground. We launched an attack here on his vassal and won it, took over this city. So that was simultaneous with the surrender of this player. At this point, all of our troops, we embarked again, making our way this way. I think we cleared the dungeon before we made our way here. And, eventually we bolstered up our forces here at Almaral, and, all of our heroes, Freya, our leader Hardgroud, Swanee, made their way down the road here. This is this road. And camped here at the city. We had been sending monster hunters back in here. We had some fighting here, took this city, migrated, he took it back, and then we were here. And then during this time, we had gotten a scout out around the back. Eventually, that scout is what was able to sneak through here, and we won an amazing little fight here at his throne city of Ernez. Won the battle. It was scout versus a draconian hatchling. And we took over the city here, casting Raise Militia, and then, obviously the game offered us Dargal, the infamous. We took the hire and took control of this city. At this point, his leader, the death stack that he had accumulated here, his leader hero, the Lord of the Deep, the fire elementals, had gone down the cave here. Went down here and took a quest from the dragons of Orlog. They gave him that wyvern reward that you saw. He killed our monster hunter here. We saw this. We actually were thinking that he might rampage through this way, so we were like, okay, we need to pull back, amass forces here. We're gonna have to cut him off, maybe vassalize. But no, he came back this way. We had popped down the cave and together, us that you see here, camping here, and he had pulled here in direct confrontation. He had a great defensive location here. We spent a lot of time thinking about okay, can we lock him in this chamber and try to lock him down? In doing so, I accidentally embarked and kind of learned a big lesson here about embarking. The lesson is, troops on the land cannot join to defend. They will not participate in a water battle. And, that's how we were trying to do the locking down. And so he could, the issue is he's all flying and swimming. He can take the fight here on this hex, and we can't defend. We can't come to our leader's aid. And it was too late. So we made the best of a bad situation, embarked here to kind of bolster up if he had attacked us here, it would have been these two stacks versus his stack. I was a little worried he might take the fight. Who knows how it would have gone? Maybe it would have gone all right. But I was maybe overestimating. I was worried about his power. Anyways, he went through the opening here, went up the cave, and that's where it leaves us here on this final turn. Here at the cave, and then the rest is history. You saw what we did, bringing the 3 stacks in, and this was enough. This was enough. Turns out, I guess I was overestimating the power of like Lord of the Deep and all of this. Anyways, it was kind of a great little game. I'm not sure how I feel about this Devil's Triangle, but hey, it lasted quite a long time. 40 turns on this is only a small map with 3 players. So I do have another game ongoing, Devil's Triangle, but and we'll see how that one goes. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this map, and if you'd like me to continue the series. Let's hop into the scoreboard. Oh, thanks for watching, guys.